everyone enjoying safe homestay in this crisis. Today we have a special session to learn Photoshop.
Hey, today we are learning Photoshop.
Hey, today we are learning Photoshop.
Welcome to OpenPixel Academy. Today we have two special guests here to learn Adobe Photoshop. So let us open that, and they want to check with the background changing, and they want to mix up a couple of images, and finally we would like to come up with a special graphic to promote on Facebook or Instagram. So kids, this is Photoshop. So if you want to start a new canvas, we'll call that as a canvas. You know that somebody painting, if anybody is doing painting or something, what we'll call that as a canvas, right? So here we have to create a new canvas. For that, you have to click on this button, create new. And if you want to create A4 standard graphic, then you can pick up A4. Otherwise, if you want a custom design, a special dimension, like if you want to print this as a postcard or photograph, you can select a custom. And usually the photograph comes by 4 by 7 inches. Okay, here we'll take 7 inches width and 4 inches height of the photograph. That is a wide photograph, not portrait, not the vertical one. And there's a resolution, as we discussed in other classes. This should be always 300 ppi, pixel per inch. Then let us start creating the new document. You can see now we have a new white canvas here, and within this canvas we do not have anything, right? Initially we have discussed it with two pictures which we want to club. Let me minimize this screen and let us go to our folder file, find the documents where we have those. We have kept those in documents, graphic design, and background. So these are all our pictures, and we discussed that we want to change this lion. Right, we want to pick this lion from this scenery, and the other picture we have a kid with some city background. So we want to pull this lion into this background. Okay, then let us do that now. I am closing these images. And where is our Photoshop? This is our Photoshop. Let me minimize, and what I'll do is just drag this image into your Photoshop. Okay, this is my Photoshop. I'm dragging and dropping the picture, the lion picture within the Photoshop document. It is taking time. So it's not dropping. Maybe it's a Mac system. So there could be some different method. Yeah, it's opening. Yeah, now you can see that we have lion image. Then what I'll do is I will drag this and I'll drop into my new canvas. And you can see that our canvas is small and the lion image is very larger one. So for that we have to transform the image into smaller size. For that transforming, what I'll do, Option T in Mac and Command T or Control T in Windows system. See here, you can see that the transformation box has come. So do not touch any keyboard or anything, just pick any corner and try to reduce your lion image. Now you can see that lion image was resized and zoom it. You can see we have lion image. Let me reduce that little more. Command and T. I want to reduce it some more. Then do not forget to save your document, okay? Because this document is still untitled. I do not want to lose my work. So let us save the document as a PSD. And where we need to save, so I can go back to documents, graphic design and background. And in this background, I want to save this as background hyphen change. This is my file name and I'm saving this as a Photoshop document. Click on save, then close it. Now the document was saved. You can see that the document name is background hyphen change. The next step is we want to bring that city background, city with a kid background, to the same document, same canvas. So let me go back to the files and this is the image I want to open within the Photoshop. So let this open. Now you got this guy kid with a city background. So let me drag and drop this also within this canvas. You can also say this is also a little larger than the canvas we have. So what I'll do is I will click Control or Command minus in Mac and I will reduce Control T and reduce the image that fits into your canvas size. Because these images are very high and high, very quality resolution images, they are too large. And we are trying to say, create a simple postcard. And to zoom this, I will click Command and place. You can see that now it is good enough to see the canvas properly and make a habit of save the document always. Click Ctrl S or Command S to save the document. You can see that we have two layers now. If you check this layers panel, you can see we have a background. Background was completely white and we have the lion image placed on layer 1 and we have this city with kid background on layer 2. So which is the background we want to pick? The city should be a background, right? So that's the reason we should drop the city background on bottom of this lion background, lion image layer. Then now you can see that lion is on top and the city is on the background of this lion. Now the work is, let me hide this layer and see. You can see that the lion and the kid both are on same file and the job is now we have to remove this entire background surrounding the lion. So we have to pull only lion into the screen. So for that what I'll do is I will add a mask to it. So one thing is you can use mask, otherwise without mask also you can do it. But I do not want to leave this background because in future if I want to use this one, maybe I can remove the mask and I can get original picture back. So for this I am adding a mask, okay. You can see that add layer mask tooltip here. Then let me click on this one and you can observe that one mask has come to the layer which is covered to lion. So now let me zoom this area a little. So let me click on Control plus and you can see that. And the thing is I need to erase outer part of this lion. For that, what I'll do is I will create a outer elevation circle, so which removes the surroundings of the layer. So let us take eraser tool, and you can see that eraser tool is too large. I do not want eraser tool that much large. So I reduced the eraser tool, and let me zoom this area. You can hold command and space to get zoom tool. This Siri is activated. So I am zooming this area because I do not want to leave any external pixels here. Now the eraser is too large, so what I am doing is I am reducing the eraser and I am starting deleting the portion by covering the lion edge. So you can see that I am removing this one, this one, this one, and the little additional hair is there. That we can control it later, and make sure that this mask is selected. Otherwise, you will be deleting your original image. So remove this. So you can see that I'm removing the edge. So follow the entire line like this. So you can do the similar way. And when you want to move the screen little up, the canvas little up, you have to hold space and drag this up. Then after that, remove the space. Then you will erase the tool will back. Then you can erase the edge of the line. As this is zoomed into too large size, little bit deviation also will not give much effect. When you check this in actual size, you will see that there is no deviation, no mistakes in line edges. So you can see I am erasing this, and let me see what exactly to follow. And I can take this little down, and let me, this is tail, I think, tail hair. So this is over. Then this is the leg. I want to little balance it. If it is a straight line, little straight line, you can use shift as well. Okay, if you use shift, you can control this in better way. Like this, you can do like this, and you can observe the details because leg area you have to observe it a little keen until here, and the leg is from this location. So I want to take like this, then going up. So I'm following its leg. You can observe that, okay, from the edges. then little go little up, then I'm erasing the edges, and whether I want to keep this, maybe this is the body or shadow. Okay, let me remove that portion because it is confusing me. The leg. You can see the my mouse, how I am moving it. So when you use it to this one, you can easily erase the thing without any distraction, deviation. So there should be lot of mouse control is required to do this process. So without mouse control process, you cannot do this much easily. You have to struggle to edit this. So I am removing this portion and this one. I will fine tune these edges later, okay, not now. I will take a different brush and eraser. Maybe let me take a different one. This is too hard. This brush is too hard. Okay, so let me check those things later. So go surroundings of this lion, and I need to reduce the brush because a little hair is coming out. Okay, so we will check all these details once we have the outer part in better way. So I'm as of now I'm removing everything, so we can do fine tuning later. So very roughly I am removing these randomly, so I can fine tune these items later. Okay, here we have reached the starting point. Got it right. So you can see that all the edges of lion was erased now. And now what I'll do is I'll go to Lasso Tool. This is you have to press L to get the Lasso Tool and select uh, this Polygon Lasso Tool. Then zoom the area. Then start selecting the lion portion. So actually let me explain one thing here. Graphic design is not a unique process basically. Every graphic designer will have its own method to do this. We are learning one kind of background removing process here, but there would be there are multiple ways to do this same process. So it's up to the graphic designer which method he wants to follow. They can follow it to reach the final output. And in my case, I'm using this kind of method. I am using this Photoshop from past 20 years when we have just Photoshop. There is no Photoshop Cloud or Photoshop Teams. It was just only Photoshop 3, 4 like that. It's a very earlier stages of Photoshop in 1995 or so. And what I'm doing is I'm selecting entire lion with Lasso Tool. This will help me to do a quick selection process. So without using eraser, you can directly use Lasso Tool as well. But that may not give proper result, but it's up to depending on the graphic designer usability. Okay, how they feel they are happy to proceed, they can do it. And there are no rules to follow the same method. So I'm doing the process what I love it. So usually I use the same method for all of my projects, and I use it to this for several years, and it looks very easy for me. And we have reached the end, and here you can see that when I come here I'm getting some zero kind of O kind of thing. So when I go to near, so that is a closing the loop. We are closing the loop by clicking here. Now you can see that everything was closed and the entire the lion was selected. You can see that the animated little animated lines or selecting, that is the selecting process, selecting area of the Photoshop canvas layer. Now we have selected lion, but here the thing is I want to delete the outer part. If I delete accidentally, it will remove the lion from my canvas, but that is not the case. I want to do Ctrl Z, undo. I want to inverse the process and I want to inverse the selection here. So for that, I will make Command Shift I in Macintosh, Apple computer, or you can use Control Shift I in Windows. And now you can see that the outer portion was selected. See, this outer portion was selected now. Then I can delete this. Now you can see that the background was gone and the lion was on the city background. Let me deselect the selection. So to do that, you have to click Command D or Control D for deselection. Now you can see that we have the lion on city background. So let me take the lion near to this kid. Maybe this kid took a picture. You can see that. You can, if you want, you can arrange the spacings and all that. And you can see that some extra additional thing is there. So I can select this, go to my mask area and delete this one. Then it's gone. Or if you want to move the area, you can move here and there. And I want to apply some shadow for this lion because it's looking directly. It's not looking realistic. So what I'll do is I will take a new layer under the lion layer. So I have a new layer here. Then what I'll do is I will take a brush. So brush is this one. You can click on this one to select a brush, and let me increase the brush size. And you can see that brush size was increasing, and I want to reduce the opacity. Here the opacity is nothing but transparency within the brush. You can see that this is 20% transparency. I have clicked now. Let me say Control Z. And let me make 100% now. So you can see here opacity is 100%. If I click here, you can see the depth in the brush. I'm doing Control Z again. So I do not want that density brush. I want a 50% opacity brush You can see that it was changed to 50%. When I click 5 within the keyboard, it automatically changes. If I click on 4, it turns to 40. If I click on 3, it turns to 30. If you want to do it manually, you can also bring this slider down and you can manage the opacity with your controller. Now I want to go for 30. So this is the 39. Let me change this to 30. And let me apply something here, background. So some shadow for this one. Okay, you can see that a little shadow was applied. And I want to apply some shadow for this guy also. So just click and do some shadow. So you can feel that the shadow was coming from this guy. So that's all. You can try out yourself. If you want to reduce, you can reduce the lion. You can change the placement of the lion as well. If you have any questions, you can post in the comments box. If you want to learn more similar to that one, please send your requests to info@openpixelacademy.com. If you want to learn graphic designing course, please visit our website openpixelacademy.com. Thank you for watching the show. Please be at home, do not roam on the roads, support with our government, wash your hands daily, frequently, regularly, be hygienic and maintain social distance.